Okay, so some people have been asking about doing blended classes of speech and debate and things like this, or getting started, or how to do things and stuff like that. So I'm sharing my Canvas course with you. You can import it into your own Canvas, use as you wish. I'm going to show you a couple ways you could use it differently, but use what you want, not what you want, whatever you'd like. It's here for you if you want it. So what I've got is what you'll do is in your Canvas, I would create your own course if your school lets you. If not, I would go to canvas.instructure.com and then make your own course to be able to do it for, because I personally think all classes should be blending together a little bit. It's up to you, or you can just import it into your regular course. No problem whatsoever. So with that being said, when you go into Commons, you'll want to find speech and debate by my name and look for this image for you to reference, because this is the updated one with all the files. Like, there are two in there, but the links in the other one aren't working, and I don't have access to my Canvas account from Canyons District, so I can't update that one. So I've updated this one. Once you've imported it into your course and it's uploaded and everything, then you'll go over here into your course. Do that. If you don't know how to find a course, let me know. I'll show you how to do that too. So then once you're in here, my class is set up to be a mastery-based path one, so you can do it that way, or you can just use it as regular modules, however you'd like to do it. Completely up to you. First thing I'll do is I'll walk you through the course and then show you how to make it a mastery path one if you want to do that. So in here, I guess I should start with the home page. Go back to home. Okay. In my home page, you can simply click and edit and make it your own, however you'd like it to be. I've got it set up for me right now. These buttons go to a tournament schedule page, discussion board page, to my disclosure syllabus. You can click on those and update them to anything you'd like. All of these are pages that within it that are linked within here. So that's available. And then you can save it to be what you'd like. And then, so like when I click here, it takes me to my tournament schedule page. Again, you can edit these pages to fit whatever it is you're doing in there as well. Back on there, I also have my class disclosure syllabus. I do it as a handbook, and so I've got it done out in a way like this. Again, you can edit it as you'd like, erase what you don't want. You can use my handbook if you want, adjust it to your own. I don't care. Have fun with it and enjoy. So that's available to you as well. Everyday Debate is a great place for a lot of resources. I also have public forum resources, feature resource pages, Lincoln Deck List resource pages, STEM, Congress, policy. All of these are just pages with links on them with sources that the kids can access, files, and you can add to those as you go throughout the year. Oops, I don't know why I did that. That's weird. I should go to that page. There you go. So it'll come to your resources. I'll put topics in as I go. Here's a sample of a speech outline that they can use. Extent practice questions from NSDA. If you're a resource package member, that will take you there. If you're not, then you might want to erase it. Or get the resource package. It's beneficial to you. It really is a great place to use all those things. So those are what the pages are like. Now, I've set up in modules. You could do this as a novice course and just work your way through. You could do it as a blended course and have people assigned to what level they are. It's completely up to you. I have everyone do discussions, so discussions are in their own category. At the beginning of the year, I do a mission statement activity to develop a mission statement for my team. You are more than welcome to use this lesson plan if you'd like, and the team branding project if you'd like. If not, simply delete or unpublish from your own when you get this. The next thing I do is choosing if they're going to be novice or varsity. It's a little quiz. It tells me who's who. And then this is not counted in their grades. I simply score so I can determine who is going to be doing which assignments. Here's where they do their signature student disclosure form. It's linked to mine. You'd want to link your own. Google form if you'd like, or take it off. Here's a terminology review. It's a Quizlet. And then here's a quiz that I have them take at the very beginning after I've done that. So that's the very first unit I do in the first week. Then after I've had my varsity students go over each event, I then do an event quiz, and then they can choose their debate events. In there's only 2, and then if they don't choose those 2, then they have to go here and choose this. You'll see why I have that in a minute. You could totally change that to be whatever you want. Take this out. Again, completely adaptable to you. And then which speech event. This tells me which events to assign them to if I need to do an integrated across things format instead of just a regular course. Then in here you have, and these are all prerequisite to them having completed the novice intro to debate things. If they chose policy, then I can assign them to all of the policy assignments, or if you use the master paths thing I'll show you, then it'll automatically take them there. In here, it then walks them through lessons. So here's the guidebook, here's a debate block book, and here's a YouTube on how to do on a basic intro to then. Then it walks them lesson 101. There's a PowerPoints, there's an introduction video, there's an activity, and a basics quiz. Lesson 2, and it just walks them through. And at the very end, they should have completed all those things and this, and they're ready to go on to intermediate debate at that point. This should take the first month of class, be ready for their first tournament if you're doing it in a blended format. That's how I would do that. And then all of the others are set up the same way. If they've chosen PF or one of the other ones, it'll take them to those. So here we go. So Novice LD, same thing. It's set up to be in LDA handbook, lesson 1, lesson 2, so on and so forth. And I've got the basic things in there. Congress isn't set up yet because I'm waiting for my resource package to put in the lesson plan stuff that I want from the NSDA that they just put out. But you could set up your own lesson plans in Congress and it'll do the same thing. I had some students who had done it in junior high but weren't quite ready to do the varsity work, so I created an intermediate course. This one gives them what they should do throughout the course. LD, PF, they should work through those. My tabs weren't working at the time, so I just did it in order here. They should do this, then they should do this, so on and so forth. And it takes them through everything they should do that way. And then policy intermediate like that as well. You will want to update this link to the current UDCA policy files on the Utah Debate Coaches Association website. So that was my intermediate students. And then I have, for my varsity students, what they should be doing. So if I have a blended classroom, this means that my debate students at all different levels can be working at their own level on different things within the classroom. The varsity can be mentoring the intermediate and the novice, and people can be working on the events that they want to be working on, etc. So those are available to that. Then I did a second quarter, and everyone was on board at this time because they were doing their events. If they chose an event that they weren't doing before, I can have them go back and I can assign them into their new one to learn if I wish, that way. And then I have region and nat qual preparation for third quarter and state prep. And then I do fourth quarter. I do Roundy Apprentice. These are just some possibilities. You could totally delete this and do your own thing. But this is what I kind of do, is you can change up these activities. I had some fun with the new topics and things like that. If you are running it as just a novice, you could delete out most of these things and simply go through each of these modules as a class and do them together as class assignments and make it just a novice class. And then you could import and use for your varsity class if you have a varsity or advanced class. You could use intermediate for your second quarter for these things, however you'd like to do it. For those who like to do it as a mastery paths and not have to go in and assign the kids each individually to these units, in your settings, you can turn on a mastery paths and click it here. And so you can turn on a mastery paths and make that work there. Then over here in modules, if you want it to be mastery paths, in the quizzes that they take to become to choose which events they're going to do. So let's say you're going to do the novice intro to debate. In there, which debate event they choose. You're going to go into edit. And because you've got mastery paths, you're going to see a new tab here called mastery paths. So if they chose policy, this is what they're going to do here. And in here, you'll click on this and you'll choose all of the novice policy things. So you would choose, you'll go through and click all of the novice policy assignments that you want in here. So I want current events 1 because I want everyone to do current events. I've got the bonus Easter egg in there. I've got, let's see, novice, public forum of draft, region event work. You just have to go through and click them all. This is the annoying part, but once you get it set up, then you don't have to do it again. We want them to have access to 6 questions and blocks. That's for Congress. Monthly lab attendance. Delivery activity. So you would just go through and add those things there. Then when they click and they do this, you'll see them here. If they pick this, now it'll automatically assign them these assignments for them to be able to have access to in there. If they chose public forum, then they would, or LD, then here you would click in and add in all of the LD work here. If they chose neither of the two, that would be a 0, and that would, you would want to send them to Congress or PF quiz, and then it would take them there, and then they could take that quiz, and then you could assign them to that in that quiz. So then we would come over here, and you can either go to modules or quizzes. Over here, it's really cool because it'll tell you who is where and how many students chose those things. So then let's say they chose, so now we need to do Congress or Public Forum quiz. So then here, they would be taken to that quiz, and you would then assign them for mastery paths here. If they chose Public Forum, then you would search and find all the Public Forum things. Here you would change for Congress, you would pick all the Congress things and add them in there, and then they would be sent straight to Congress on those things. Same thing with speech. If they picked impromptu, whatever it is. So whatever the correct answer is in here, and you would click on that. I want to do Public Forum or Congress. It tells you which one's the correct answer, which would be the first one and the second one. Again, these do not count on their grades. And the way to do that is to ungrade it. And that's all you have to do. And then it won't go on their grades. And then that'll send them into that, and then you can have your entire class going on different things, but they'll all be assigned. And in your grade book, it's cool because then it'll only show what's assigned to those individuals and not to the others in here. So students here, if they're not assigned to certain things, it'll block it out.